Hi, church family. Hi, Discover Church. Do we need to panic? Do we need to go into our bunkers? Well, both the United States and Russia are going to alert all their citizens in an emergency alert test nationwide. What is going on here? On the same day, October 4th, when you're watching this, it's going to be today. And what's amazing is, whether they realize it or not, they announced they're going to do this at exactly 2:20, right there, 2:20. You see that number? I mean, normally you would pick, if you're going to do a test, you would pick 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6:30. What is this number? 2:2. You know the number. If you read my books, The Divine Code, it's the number of the Jews. It's the number of end times. It's the number of chapters in the Hebrew alphabet. It's the number of chapters in the book of Revelation, right there, 22. That's just amazing, isn't it? But we know these signs are, even when the secular people don't understand it, these are signs confirming we are living in the end times. Now, I don't think it's time to panic, but I think both nations are on alert because the footsteps of war are at the door. We can hear the soldiers and the guns and the bombs are not too far away, and I'm going to do a quick update on that soon about the 5 signs of war that are coming. But look, in reality, they have to do these tests because of the law that they passed. Let me explain to you how many they've done before. It's not a unique event. Wednesday will mark the 7th nationwide test of the emergency alert system that have been conducted since November 2011 to August 2021. So this will be the 3rd nationwide test of wireless alerts and the 2nd nationwide test transmitted to all cell phones. So if you got an American cell phone, everybody's going to get alerted. So what is this for? Well, this is for a nuclear threat, bioweapons, an amazing catastrophe like the Madrid fault line earthquake or an asteroid impact. I mean, this is like extinction level stuff. So they want to test that everyone's going to get alerted. Now, the law is, since 2015, FEMA has been required under federal law to test the integrated public alert and warning system at least once every 3 years. And those tests can involve the emergency alert system, wireless alert system, and other alerts and warnings. So in a way, this is not unique, but the timing is, everyone's waiting for war, for some kind of financial collapse, which I'm going to correct myself. I predict is coming in 2027, not even 2026, 25, 24. So all of these, precocious or too early warnings in the market, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think this is a time of war. And I think that this is also a time for the church to shine. I know a lot of pastors out there, they're down in the trenches, in the battlefield. And some of you are worn out, battle weary, and I want to encourage you. We have pastors, and particularly I want to talk to the small church pastors. You're out in the country, you're being faithful to groups of 30 and 50 and 100. We care about you, and we have pastors like you in our online church. Why don't you come and check it? I'd like to make a group just dedicated to full-time ministers to be there. And we're going to develop more. We're not going to announce it. We're going to develop more stuff that will be a service to pastors. So come and be encouraged. No one feeds you. No one, sometimes no one cares about us, but we can help feed you. And I know a lot of pastors and ministers out there write to us and say, thank you so much for, sometimes they take my sermon and they preach it somewhere else in their church. Well, that's an honor for me. So thank you for following. Come a little bit closer. Come to online church. It's discoverchurch.online. And I want to say, when you're believing for something, okay, you're believing for land, or you're going to pay a bill or something like that, you know what I do? I find another ministry and I go ahead and bless that ministry. And without fail, my needs are provided because I practice what I preach. If I tell people to tithe, I tithe, and our church tithes. And so we've given nearly now $10,000 in just the past few weeks to help the persecuted Christians that are living in East India. I want to put up video. We'll do a video where we show the photos of, these precious people just walking up to the truck, which we pay for, the transportation, and they're getting the food that the government, the local government, will not give to the Christians because they'll give it only to the Hindus, and the Hindus are shooting, bullets at them. So we practice that, and you know what happens? When we sow that seed, I find immediately when you honor another man of God, another ministry, immediately our needs are supplied. And so we got a very, very big, recently, just a very big donation to help us be on TV on 3 different networks. Well, we're not surprised by that because we just help other people. So sow into a ministry, right? Sow into Discover Church if you like, and you've been watching us, and believe God. I want you to believe God for the provision for your own church and your own ministry, because God can do a miracle for any church, great or small, and you're not forgotten. Wherever you are, we want to support you, love you, help you. Come a little closer, check out discoverchurch.online, and come be a part of a good community. We're not fighting anybody else but the devil. We are getting ready, and we know this is just an emergency test, but we know that there is an emergency test in the spirit realm. And people like you that are in the battle trenches, you are hearing the battle cry, and you know the angels of God are being deployed. You know that this is the time of the harvest. So don't be weary. Don't quit. Please, pastors and ministers, don't quit because people criticize you and they misunderstand your ministry. Don't quit. Be encouraged. Keep looking up. God bless you.